painting with some alcohol inks here, and I'm prepping a piece of acrylic by taking the plastic off. And for me, when I work with alcohol inks, I am much more interested in having concentrated color. When you see Tim work with the inks, he likes to do lots of blending and lots of making all kinds of interesting blended images, and I'm much more interested in let's just do concentrated color or making patterns. Let me just show you, this is really simple, anybody can do this sort of thing. It doesn't have to be complicated. I am just going to create drops here right on top of the acrylic. I'm an odd number person, so I'm usually going to make an odd number of dots. I'm barely squeezing the cap, so you don't really, or the bottle itself, you don't have to squeeze it very hard to get that ink to come out. So usually I do about 7 on there, and then I let it dry a little bit before I add another layer. Like you can see, here's an example of one where I've done 3 different layers on some of these. So this would be the first one, and then the second one, and the third one. This is using one of the mixatives, which is the pearl mixative. And here's a silver mixative as well, which I really like that concentrated silver on there. Another thing you can do is, let's make a new pattern on top of this one. I like to use the foam instead of the felt, and on top of the foam you can make, kind of like making your own stamp with the ink. So I'm going to actually go ahead and just make a circle here on top of here that is going to end up being my image that will come off on the acrylic. See, just adding in a few circles there to make my own sorts of patterns. You can also do a variety of different smaller dots, which would be like this one, and here's kind of the sample of what that looks like, of simply just making dots on top of the foam and then going ahead and stamping that right onto the acrylic. It's kind of a fun, different way to do it, different alleyway to do it, instead of blending. No blending, anti-blend. Make some more little drops here. And these ones, they spread out a little bit more. This was the copper mixative. When the background ink is still wet or not as dry as the other ones, it's going to spread out a little bit more than it would on some of those other silver ones. So that's pretty much what we're doing. Make a polka dot.